men's lacrosse season here. Looks like Alex Stathakis is going to be on face-off with Thomas Washington. New rule this year with face-offs. It's going to be a little weird as Denver takes it away as Stathakis is going to come down here on the right side. Passing it down to number 57, Ethan Walker. Takes it behind the net. Denver, good control here to start as they make a push back behind. That's number 32, Ted Sullivan. Back up top. As it comes to Lucas Coulter, who's going to make a rush for the middle. Throw it back over to the other side. That's going to be a shot that's going to go wide. And Denver's going to regain possession here in the backside.
That's a nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a great shot by Lucas Coulter, one of the two Yale transfers in the starting lineup today.
Ted Sullivan making here for a rush. Takes it back, decides not to shoot. Look over his options here as they swing it back right up to the top. That's 34, Lucas Coulter. Back up to Jackson Morrill, the star of this Denver team, who's going to look for a shot here. Pass it back out. Coulter looking again. Backside Morrill. Shot not going to go. Shot wide by Jackson Morrill.
That was a great so far, really good defensive possession for the Golden Eagles.
Marquette packing it in as Denver comes back in. Back out top to Ted Sullivan. Sullivan back to Morrill over top. Marquette now is going to get to take possession here.
That's a great first defensive possession for the 2021 season. Exactly what you wanted to see. Kept it on the outside and made sure to defend the inside as well. Just an all-around fantastic possession for the Golden
Woodward's
Eagles.
going to look back down. Jackson, how was that first possession for Sean Richard there? First possession in net for the Golden Eagles.
It looked strong in there for the most part. Obviously, both shots went wide, but should be interesting to see how he goes in his first, not only collegiate start, but collegiate game.
Fleming going to throw it back over to Morgan Macko behind the net. Over number 35, Henkhaus. Henkhaus stares down his opponent. Decides to play off a little bit. Throws it backside to Fleming. Fleming going to look over his options again. Throw it back to the top to Orsini. Orsini guarded closely. Orsini the back there. Devin Cowan. Cowan looking back over. Back to Henkhaus. Denver playing great defense. As he gets a shot, it's going to go wide. Marquette going to take the back ball back over.
Yeah, Adam Hagelin with that long stick looking really good on defense for the Pioneers.
It looks like Fleming here. Fleming going to spin. Guarded closely by those long stick defenders. Shot goes wide. Looks like McClellan's going to take it behind the net here. Pass it back over to Macko. Ball goes up. We can make it a crease violation here. Yep, it's going to be Denver ball here.
There's definitely a lot of Golden Eagles in that crease there, Jack.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to make sure they're going to get some good offensive possessions as Denver's going to take it. That's number 3, Jack Hanna. Throwing it back down to Skylar Blair. He's going to look over his options here. Jackson Morrill. As Denver's going to look for another attack here, possibly. Throws it back behind the net. As Ethan Walker's going to have some trouble there, right on the midline. And it's going to be Marquette ball here. They're going to try to take advantage. They throw it back over. That's number 11, Jacob Hollum. What a shot. Taking advantage of the stoppage in play and turning it into a goal for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, congratulations to Halam. First goal of the year. First for the Golden Eagles, and that's absolutely, they took advantage on that little stoppage and just took over possession. Again, another really solid defensive possession for the Golden Eagles. I'm really impressed with their defense so far.
Absolutely, and it looked like Denver was locking them down to be able to come back and get a goal out of that. That's huge for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, and it was a great opportunity there, and you found a way. Basically, essentially had a breakaway all to himself, so great opportunity, and nice little snipe there.
As Washington's going to look to get that face off, Denver going to take possession here. It's going to go back. Up top, we're going to get a shot from a long stick. No. It's going to stay Denver ball. Skylar Blair going to take it behind the net here. Blair looks over his options. Back over to Jackson Morrill. And Morrill set a pick behind the net there for Skylar so he could get off that. Our puck playing great defense. Skylar Blair. Morrill looks. Absolutely bombarded by Golden Eagle defensemen. As Denver's going to look. That's Jack Hanna. It's going to stay Denver ball there.
And another wide shot there. I don't think Denver's had a shot on net so far up to this point.
As we see Simmons now here. Trying to make a move. Tries to cut in front, and he's got it. Denver capitalizes and switches the momentum back here as this game's going to be tied early. Jackson, are we looking for a high-scoring game here so far?
Well, it's going to be tough. I mean, you got two really young goaltenders on both sides. I mean, Jack Thompson for the Pioneers is a sophomore, and then Rashawn Richards, a redshirt freshman. So you can potentially see that between the veteran attackers on both sides. But good first goal for the Pioneers in this one.
What have you seen so far from these face-offs? Obviously a different rule this year as Washington and Sethakis go at it.
I mean, face-offs have looked pretty good so far. Yeah, just both teams have done a good job trying to get the ball off the face-off.
As they're still fighting for it. Denver's going to end up taking it back as a midi back here comes in for Denver. Denver going to get it back to Morrill. Back up to Skylar Blair. As the good effort from A.J. Mercurio is going to send him back over the defensive line. As Blair is going to find Walker. Back up top. Here comes Denver looking for another cut to the net. As Ted Sullivan goes back behind the net. Over to Hutchko. And you get a shot. And that'll go wide from Ethan Walker.
It's a solid season a couple years ago for Ethan Walker. Had 15 goals and 10 assists. So he's another player to watch.
It's going to be Marquette ball there. After a great save in his first start, Sean Richard.
I can't ask for how good a first save you can have in your collegiate career in lacrosse. Just a fantastic move right there, and just stonewalled him.
As Marquette here is going to look, and it's going to get taken back over by Denver. As they're going to try to take advantage there. As Jackson Morrill passes it over. Back up top. Ted Sullivan. As we're going to get a substitution off here. And now Simmons. Over to Hanna. Jack Hanna, really the heart and soul of this team. As there's an open shot and he'll miss. Great play by Richard there to stifle that offensive possession, even in close there.
Yeah, Hanna's going to be someone definitely watch. He's a senior, one of the better players on the team, third in scoring already this year with 12 points, and he was a two-time U.S. Lacrosse All-American.
Absolutely a great save there by Richard, really putting the locks on early.
After that first save, it becomes like any other game that you've played in your career, and Richard's looking really good so far.
Not letting the nerves get to him as Denver looks for attack on the backside. Is Simmons back over to Hannah, back to Simmons. Simmons back to Hannah on top. Gonna throw it over to Ethan Walker. Back all the way across. It's gonna be. It looked like there was a misconnection there on the pass. Took his eyes off the ball early. And the Golden Eagles are gonna get the ball back on offense here.
Yeah, it looked like Richard didn't even know where the ball was either. So great scoop up there by the Golden Eagles.
Oh, ground balls are gonna be huge here. As there's a big scrum, we're gonna get a midi back in Denver. And we have a stoppage in play here as Marquette's going to take the ball back on offense. Richard back across the middle here. As Marquette's going to get it back behind their net. As Fleming looks. And Golden Eagles behind their own net again. Fleming looks, getting absolutely pestered by the Denver defender. Oh, and his shot's going to get saved after some good defense stifles that shot from getting shot in too hard. Denver's going to take back over.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jack. That shot was great defense right there, and he didn't allow the shot by Cohen to get enough juice on it.
As Denver here looks for another attack. As Jackson Morrill looks back up top. Denver going to take their time looking to set up a play because of the substitution there. Denver looks. They're going to look to throw it back up top here. Back up to Ethan Walker. Going to have some misconnection on the pass. Good defense by the Golden Eagles. Oh, my. Here we go. Ball's going to bounce around back into the possession of Denver.
That was a solid play there by Jordan Schmidt, trying to pester a Pioneer player there. Just couldn't get the handle on the ball.
Denver looks. Another save by Richard. Fantastic on the hand-eye there. As Marquette looks to get the ball back across the line without any troubles. Good stop. Marquette gets pestered a little bit as Denver's going to get it after a costly cough up by the Golden Eagles here.
Yeah, just couldn't find a way to properly clear it, and Denver takes over.
Denver had some good shots, but Richard saying no early.
It's looking real solid so far. Already 3 saves for Richard.
Wow. What a absolute fireball there from Alex Simmons, number 9. Right from the underhand, a little bit too fast for Richard. Jackson, what'd you see there?
Well, it was just like you said, absolute fireball right there. A fantastic shot on a pretty nice setup right there, and Richard just couldn't react in time. As soon as I tell him he's doing a good job, he lets up another goal.
Marquette's going to look to bounce back here. As Thomas and Stathakis are going to go back at it here. There's 4 minutes left to play in this first quarter. This game close early, 2-1, Denver leading. As Marquette looks for a good attack here. Midi back here. And that'll be Zach Granger. We're going to get a stoppage of play here by the referee. It's going to be Denver ball. Denver here looking for another attack. Last time ended in a goal for Simmons. As Skylar Blair is going to look behind the net.
Not surprised with Skylar Blair with the ball. He actually played 2 years of point guard at his high school in Huntington Beach, California.
Looks to be like Skylar Blair tried to sell that foul a little bit, but ref's letting him play on early. As Denver's going to look for another attack as they get another sub off. And get it up to Ted Sullivan, back down to Blair. Marquette going to take over here. Now with 3 minutes left, Marquette's going to look for another goal and an equalizer here. Jackson, how are they going to be able to do that?
Well, first you got to get it cross midfield without turning it over, and just make sure you get it clean over the middle and get your attackers some time to work.
Absolutely here as Hank House is going to come, being absolutely pestered by the Denver defense here, throwing it back behind the net. Marquette going to get another substitution off here as Melendez is going to come in. Back to Orsini. Getting played hard here as they're going to throw it back behind the net so they can get their offense set up. Back to Melendez. Melendez trying to make a move. Cowan makes a move back behind the net here. Played tough. Melendez now makes a cut. Looks for his next option. Decides not to go. Now we're to 2 minutes here left in the opening quarter. Marquette down 2-1 here from the Denver Pioneers. As Marquette has some trouble there. Oh, a great shot there. And a great effort play, and Marquette's going to hold on to possession as Marquette's going to get it back here. Back up top, Melendez. Over to Orsini, Melendez. Now to Hank House. Hank House going to get it goaded to go right here. Wow, the shot goes wide as Denver's going to look to dive for that extra possession, and they're going to get it. That shot from Fleming will go wide, and Denver will take over. Jackson, what'd you make of that offensive possession there by the Golden Eagles?
Yeah, they had a really nice, solid plan of attack there, and a couple of nice opportunities there, especially on that shot by Devin Cowan. Just Jack Thompson made a nice save, and then Fleming just couldn't make that second shot, but it was a great effort play to even get that shot by Fleming.
As Denver here is going to look for another offensive opportunity now with a minute left to go in the opening quarter. Marquette playing good defense so far, Jackson. Those 2 goals were let up early, but how do you think they're comparing right now?
Yeah, overall, like you said, they've been playing really good defense, trying to keep Denver to the outside as much as possible, not letting up too many opportunities, but this is their offense, and even trying to clear. I mean, Denver, for the vast majority of this quarter, has dominated possession, so Marquette just needs to get their own offensive opportunities to let their defense rest.
Absolutely, as Denver's going to take it here. Hannah has been relatively silent this game. As another shot, almost the exact same shot from Simmons, catches Richard in the exact same spot. Oh, Jackson, what'd you think of that?
It's another great shot from Simmons. Like, they're pretty much the exact same. It kind of, to draw another quick sports analogy, it's kind of like on a power play, just firing it over to that other side and letting the guy take a one-timer, snipe it in there, and Simmons with another really nice wide-open net. And Denver's playing really well on offense. See if the Golden Eagles can respond.
Jackson, how are they going to be able to stop Simmons here going forward in this game?
Well, especially, you got to make sure you're communicating well and put your head on a swivel. You got to make sure you know where everyone is on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely. As the clock runs down here to about 10 seconds, we're going to get a stoppage of play. And it's going to be Marquette ball with a last chance effort here at the end of the quarter to try to make something happen. Woodward takes it over. We're going to have a mini-back situation. Is he going to fire off target? And that will be it for the first quarter as Marquette takes the early back seat. As we're going to send it over to our sideline. Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Marquette's going to, in this second quarter, be able to get Marquette back in this game.
Well, I'm going to sound like a broken record here. I'm going to say Morgan Macco. I mean, he scored 61 goals in 45 games for Bellarmine, and I don't think you said his name once in that first quarter, so I really like to see him step up.
Absolutely. Here's Marquette wins the face-off, and Granger's going to look for an opportunity to get Marquette on the offensive. Jackson, how dangerous are these long passes across the field that Marquette's been making so far?
Well, the problem is you have to make sure you play them well. Because if you don't, you're going to turn it over. Either you're going to throw it out of bounds, or you allow Denver to try and scoop up and get a quick opportunity.
Absolutely. As here comes Denver, on the offensive possession. As number 19, Danny Logan's going to take his time. Back down to Ethan Walker. As Denver's going to get some subs in here. As Lucas Kotler is going to take the ball up here. Back down to Walker. And he's going to look behind the net for an offensive move here. Pestered greatly by P.J. Cox after, coming back after that shortened season. We'll see what he can do here with, that veteran group of Granger and Woodward. As they're going to get a shot in here. Denver capitalizes again. Ted Sullivan finds a hole in the Marquette defense and puts Denver up here by 3 with 13:45 left in the second quarter. Jackson, what happened there?
Yeah, like you said, Denver found a hole in the Golden Eagle defense and just ripped another one home.
As Marquette's going to be in a bit of a hole here, as they're going to look for another face-off win.
Yeah, if I'm the Golden Eagles, you need a goal right here. You can't go down by more than 3.
Absolutely. Is there going to be a battle at the middle of the field here? Between Washington and Stathakis, and Washington's going to come out with it. Caught up a little bit. Going to lose possession as a yard sale happens right on the sideline. And Denver's going to take another possession away from Marquette. Jackson, Marquette can't blow too many more of these offensive possessions that can lead to goals.
Yeah, you got to hang on to your stick there. I mean, yeah, you're getting whacked a whole bunch, but you just got to make sure you hang on to the stick. And like you said, you're absolutely right. They got to keep up with these offensive opportunities and not let them go away.
After a midi-back situation, we're going to get some substitutions as Jack Hanna at the top here looks for Curtis. Curtis back to Hanna. As Simmons, who's been red hot so far, is going to have the ball here. It's going to be a hard feat to come back from, but if anyone can do it, it's this veteran Marquette defense, as a shot's going to go way over the top by Walker.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Their defense has been pretty solid overall. I mean, you got P.J. Cox as a grad student, and then 2 red shirts. Zach Ranger, redshirt sophomore, Mason Woodward, redshirt freshman. So all these guys have had some opportunity to play with each other at some point.
Simmons at the top of the key, back to Hanna. Hanna going to spin. Great defense by the Golden Eagles to slow him down, as that shot's going to go wide left of Richard.
Has Logan Creans on that defensive possession, and just like you said, fantastic job by him.
Great save by Richard, going to get picked back up. Another save by Richard.
Woo! Sean Richard came to play today.
Absolutely. As Curtis is going to look back at the back of the net. And Walker surveying the field. Jackson, is there much that Richard could do when those shots are from so close, just because of the defensive breakdown that Marquette has had so far?
Honestly, it's all about just reacting to where you think it is. Especially when it's coming that close. You just have to think, okay, it's probably going to go here. And, well, you can't even think about it. You just have to react to what's going on and do your best. Because when those shots come in that close, you don't have as much reaction time to see where they're going.
Absolutely. We just saw Simmons take another shot and Cox lay him out. So, hopefully with Cox playing tougher defense, it's going to discourage Simmons from shooting more, as Curtis is at the top of the key here. And Denver's going to continue with Hannah. Hannah's shot goes wide.
Getting back to that point you're making earlier about Cox's defense, it's been really solid, but I'm going to use a more modern phrase, shoot or shoot. So Simmons is going to keep shooting regardless of the defense around him.
That defense has to get tighter so Marquette can take over and get back with an offensive possession here. As another shot goes wide off of Simmons. Like you said, shooters continue to shoot here. Denver with possession, back to Simmons. Simmons looks, fires again, and that's going to be a hat trick for Simmons here in this first half. 3 goals already. Jackson, they're not listening to you out there.
Well, it's kind of hard to listen to me when I'm about 90 some or 60 some miles away. So, but yeah, no, this has not been a good quarter so far for Marquette. They've spent rarely any time in the offensive zone. I don't think they even have a shot attempt so far, just about 5 minutes in this quarter. So just get on the offensive side of the field.
Thomas going to win another one, but how long can he hold on? As the ball's going to get goose back over to the Marquette defensive possession. Great job there by Granger, and we're going to get a stoppage of play. Denver going to get possession here after it looks like an infraction was made. Denver here once again with time on their side here. With about 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter, Marquette down 5-1 after a 3-goal effort from Simmons puts them at a 4-goal lead. Denver here again. Starting to get more subs in. Denver here looks for another offensive possession. Back up top. Great ball movement. Sneaks by him. Cox. It's Morrill. Morrill drives. Not going to get a good shot there. Holds on to it. Back over to Skylar Blair. He's going to lose his feet. Get back up. Marquette doing a great job of not drawing fouls, but Jackson, what's this fine line between fouling and playing good defense that Marquette has to realize? There's another shot's going to go in here for Denver. That's going to be Hutchko.
Yes. Yeah, they've been playing really solid defense, but it's falling apart. I mean, they gave up 3 goals in 15 minutes. They've already given up 3 goals in just over 5 minutes. So Marquette's defense is starting to crumble because they get no offensive support whatsoever. So that's
as we're going to look for another face-off here is, Jackson, Washington's been doing a great job on the face-offs, but it's all about holding on to possession after you get that face-off.
I mean, you're absolutely right there. I mean, he's getting the face-offs, but he's immediately
can't keep his feet
off it. Right, can't keep his feet. You're absolutely right.
As Denver's going to take it, they're going to get Logan to go back onto the defensive side as Denver looks for yet another offensive opportunity. The stats can't be good for Marquette's time of possession with the ball. Jackson, what do you think has to change on the part of this Golden Eagle team?
Well, besides like we talked about with keeping possession off the face-off, I mean, you got to play a little bit more aggressive and try and play a little bit more physical, trying to wear this Denver team out. But it's really on both sides. Denver's playing much more physical and way more aggressive to what I've seen.
As Richard makes a great save, it's going to knock Richard over on a shot from Hannah. Jackson, what we've seen so far is that Denver starts out with the ball on offense with a wide strategy, and the more they pass it around, the more they, constrict Marquette's defensive area. Have you seen that as well?
Yeah, when you play such a wide game like Denver does, you stretch out the defense so that way you have an opportunity. If you have more space to work with, and you stretch the defenders out, and eventually they're going to start making mistakes. And as we've seen in the first part of this first quarter, that's been the case.
Absolutely. Talk to me, as Chris Kirshner has the ball here, we haven't really said his name today. He's, last season's leading scorer. Why has he been so quiet lately, Jackson?
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, obviously he was not starting today, so that could be part of it, but it's also as Fleming rips one from the top of the tee, but I don't know, I'm not sure.
Welcome back, Griffin Fleming, coming back after that tough injury in 2019. I had an opportunity to talk to him about it this week, and he said it's not on his mind anymore. The only thing that's on his mind is having the best team chemistry he can get, and what a great shot by Fleming there. Man, what a ripper.
Yeah, you absolutely needed that shot. If you're Marquette, like we both said, it was an absolute rip from distance.
Marquette got a little bit of life of them trying to close in on this lead that Denver has on them. It's going to continue to be a push war here. The art of the faceoff is actually kind of intricate when you look at it, just because it's all about leverage and the lower base is Denver's going to try to get away with it here, and they do.
It's kind of like in another use analogy. It's kind of like in wrestling, where you want to try and get the low position because then you can take advantage of your opponent. So same thing like you said on the faceoffs. As you get more leverage and a lower position, you got a better opportunity to snag up that ball.
That shot by Squires is going to go right over Richard. Denver has obviously had their fair share of shots go over the top of the net, but they've also converted on, multiple, offensive possessions here as they start to close the defensive gap here and start to make Marquette get closer and closer until they can finally get an open shot here.
And yeah, looking at the team stats right now, Denver has 25 total shots, 12 on goal, so they're scoring at a 50% clip right now. So Marquette's going to have to start limiting those opportunities a little bit more.
Kotler back in the net. Denver looks for another one. Great defensive possession so far. Starting to get a little chippy. Obviously, Denver can't hold on to the ball there. Hopefully this is what, Marquette wants to see, as Richard makes a great save there.
It looks like tried to bounce the shot there, but it was a great low stick save from Richard right there.
Marquette looks for a quick turnaround. Howell's going to get it, and he's going to got it. Great shot there by Cowan. Taking advantage of, Denver's net minding there, as there was nothing that Jack Thompson could do there in the net.
Another quick break.
Back on offense here. There's some good defense from Fleming there. That's a great offensive possession, just coming up short there on that shot from Melendez. Jackson, what'd you think?
Yeah, just like you said, a great shot attempt right there, but Jack Thompson also doing a really good job in net as well.
As Morocco here is going to come behind the net. As Denver looks to implement more subs here with just about 3:30 left in the second quarter here. Denver looks for another offensive possession. Miscalculated pass. And Marquette's going to take over, try to get it out. And they'll get it back to Richard. Wow, that could have been another goal for Denver.
Another fantastic clear attempt from the Golden Eagles, and defense is starting to lead to offense a little bit more here.
Kirshner getting bombarded by Pioneer defensemen. Are the Golden Eagles going to pick up on it? Is Hallam with another offensive opportunity gone there, but, not to discredit his goal earlier that's keeping Marquette alive here.
Yeah, it's just Denver's been able to smother Marquette for the most part at the midfield and turn any potential offensive opportunity into an offensive opportunity for themselves.
There's Morrill back up top, back up to Walker. Going to try to drive on Granger. Granger says no, loses his feet. Shot's going to go wide. Denver going to retain possession. That positioning behind the net is important for, those offensive possessions, just in case that shot goes wide, and, they can restart their offense here easily without question.
Yeah, that's pretty much the backbone of any offense in lacrosse. You want to start from behind your net or find the opposing team's net and find some opportunity there.
As Denver's going to outpace Richard, and they're going to take the ball over. We've seen P.J. Cox, as of recently, shut down, Simmons, and a great effort is keeping Denver out of the net here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Marquette's kind of refound their defensive focus. There's a nice steal from Hallam.
Directing the team, Hallam looks. Stoppage and play is going to shut down that offensive, as there's a timeout called by Marquette.
Oh.
How important would a goal be here?
Oh, it'd be huge, especially if you can keep him out of the net for the next however long after a potential goal. So that would bring some great momentum into halftime.
As Kirshner tried to inspire his team here, as Marquette's going to take over. They're going to throw it back over to Melendez. Melendez is going to look over his options. Just as we said, Jackson taking his time, not being rushed by the minute and 10 left in the second quarter here.
Yeah, honestly, you want to try and hold for the last shot here.
Melendez back over to Kirshner. Marquette begins to back out. Cowan back out. Kirshner, Cowan playing some pass back. There's Fleming, who's had a great game today, playing defense in the attacking zone. Looks. Kirshner. Melendez tries to make it. Good play there. Fakes him out, and the shot's going to get tipped up. Marquette's going to remain in possession here.
Yeah, it looked like the stick got whacked there, and that ball just went sailing.
And it looks like Denver's going to take over here with just about 17 seconds left.
Yeah. Good defensive possession on the shot clock violation by Denver.
Oh, Marquette could possibly get one out if they could play defense, but 5 seconds now on the clock. And it looks like we're going to get a crease violation here. Marquette catches a break right before the half. And that will do it from Valley Fields for the first half. Marquette showing signs of life here, only down 3. Denver leads 6-3. And that will do it for the first half, as we're going to...
And it's in his blood. His mom played lacrosse at Dartmouth. So that's someone I would definitely look out for.
Absolutely, with the addition of Alex Simmons as well, who's been putting on a show here with 3 goals. As the face-off here is going to go all over the place. Eventually picked up. Still rolling. Marquette players diving. Stoppage in play. As it looks like it's going to be Denver ball here. As Cox is going to play some tough defense outside. Back over to Sullivan. To Kotler. Sullivan looking to make a move. Just gets past Marquette's defense. As Kotler finds a hole. Back to Morrow. Sullivan looks. Goes back again. To Morrow. We're going to get a flag here. Delayed penalty coming up here on the Golden Eagles. Because we're going to get our first penalty of the day. Jackson, what'd you see there?
I I'm not quite sure. We'll find out when Marquette regains possession, but just wanted to make a quick note that John Holzman is now in net for the Golden Eagles.
As Holzman makes a good save to keep Denver out of the net, but we will get a penalty here as we await. And it looks like that's going to go on number 29, Devin Cowan. Oh, no, they haven't put anyone in yet in the box. That's going to go on number 77, Mason Woodward, for slashing.
Okay.
We talked in the first half about these penalties and how we haven't had many yet, but it looks like Marquette's coming out a little bit chippy there, Jackson.
Yeah, it's just a little too aggressive out there, and luckily it's only a 1 minute penalty, so hopefully Marquette will have a good opportunity just to stave off another Denver attack. But yeah, you want to play aggressive, but yeah, you don't want to slash or commit any penalties.
Denver looks, going to sneak one by on the man advantage, and Denver's going to go up 7-3 there. Jackson, what could they have done better there on the penalty kill?
Oh man, not much. I mean, they just found a great opportunity on that right side of the field, and just a nice low shot, and Holzman couldn't quite get it.
Now it looks like Marquette's 4 for 12 on the faceoff today, with Washington and Stathakis going at it all day here. You know, Jackson, what's going to be the key for Washington to get some more faceoffs off of Stathakis?
Well, he's at a severe physical, well, not severe, but he is at a physical disadvantage. But yeah, just trying to get leverage on any faceoff you can.
As Marquette's going to take it behind the net there, look for an offensive possession setup. As that will go to Fleming. Fleming already with a good comeback today. As Marquette's going to take it here. Back to Fleming. McClellan. McClellan going to look for a shot. Orsini. What a save there. As Denver's going to take back over on offense after a great save there by Jack Thompson.
And nice, another low save right there. Good stick position by Thompson. Just good at play.
Denver now with clear possession here on their own offensive end. As McClellan gets a little chippy there. As Morrill looks for a shot, goes wide right. Jackson, what is Holzman going to have to do to, keep the goals at a minimum here? Obviously, Richard came in and did decent for a first start here, but, what's he going to have to do to ensure that Marquette, he can hold on enough for, his offense to get back in this game?
Well, he's just going to have to have good reactions and good positioning. I mean, just follow the ball wherever it goes and just watch for it. Just watch where it goes and just make sure you make the right reactions.
Hannah there.
The right reaction there.
Hannah there. Slams one home right on the left side of Holzman there. Hannah, who was, the leading scorer for the Pioneers, making his name heard after he heard that we weren't talking about him that much in the first half. But, Marquette's going to have to play some better defense. Obviously, that's the key. Recognizing screens and things of that sort. Jackson, what have you seen so far in this second half, whereas Marquette's coming up short here on defense and offense, respectively?
Well, obviously you have the penalty on defense, and that doesn't help. You don't want to go on the penalty kill there, and then just not the right positioning defensively. You have to be able to communicate well, and I'm not sure that the Golden Eagles are doing that up to this point.
Washington doing a great job on the fast break here. Off the pipe.
Oh.
Marquette's going to look to cover. It's going to stay Marquette possession. Oh, man, you got a feel for Washington there. It was so close.
Good shot there. Just not the finish. Almost the finish you want.
Kirshner to Stegman. Back down to Cowan. Cowan back to Fleming. Fleming trying to get something started here. Going to get guarded closely. Going to rip a shot. Going to stay Marquette ball here. Was that a good shot by Fleming, Jackson? What did you think of that shot?
I'm not entirely sure on that. I think you got to take the opportunities where you can get them, especially down 5 at this point. But you got to be a little smarter, and we'll see how they react.
Is great defense there from Malik Sparrow, who's been all over the Marquette ball carriers all day with that, long stick deep hole.
It's definitely one of their better defenders by far for Denver.
Cowan rips a shot, going to go wide. Fleming there on the cover. Fleming back to Fries. Kirshner, Melendez. Melendez back to Stegman. Stegman to Kirshner. And it looks like Kirshner is going to throw that away. It's going to come to Denver now. Not sure about that one. Jackson, what'd you see there?
Yeah, I think just not a great opportunity there and just unlucky there.
Marquette swarms Denver, and they somehow get out of it. As Kirshner. And now Denver with a pass, and now getting time to slow things down as Denver has a slew of players coming in. And Denver wants some time behind the net to think about it.
Not surprising there.
That's been the key for Denver today, is slowing things down and looking for the right pass. Obviously, Marquette hasn't had the same luck and time on offense, but as Marquette's going to take over, and Marquette's going to look to get some momentum here. It's Hallam. Oh, and the shot's going to go wide. Marquette hangs on, and here comes Fleming. Fleming, pestered. Switches to his right, spins. Throws it back up top there. Hankhouse. Hankhouse over to Fazio. Melendez. Melendez looks. Great pick there by Fazio. Shot's going to get saved by Denver. Great save by Thompson there to keep everything at his feet. And Marquette's going to try to get the ball back. And Denver's going to pick up. Great defense by Melendez. As Fazio's going to take it back. And Marquette's going to get another offensive possession. Here.
This is the aggression you want to see from the Golden Eagles. A couple of nice opportunities to get now. They've gotten a few second chance opportunities right now.
Absolutely. The more they can get, the more they can score on here. As Fazio's going to take his time. Look for a move right. Cowan on the spin. On his left hand. Going to get saved by Thompson, and Marquette's going to look to get this ball back. Great shot by Cowan there. Here comes Rios. To the backside to Stegman. Stegman looks for Cowan again. Cowan doing a great job leading this offense into the promised land as far as goals have been scored today, as he's been on the field for all of them. Maybe not the best pass there, as Denver's going to take back over and look for another offensive possession. Marquette playing good transition defense, keeping everything in front of them.
It's been one of the few positives today so far. Is their transition defense is just trying to get stuff working on offense has been the real struggle today.
How about the dynamic duo between Hannah and Jackson Morrill? Two great guys that can take shots if need be, but also find the open guy and get some good shots on net.
Yeah, I mean, obviously in 2020, Hannah had 10 assists, and like I said earlier, Morrill's on a 55-game point streak. So it's not surprising to see you have to get other points besides the goals to have a streak that long.
Absolutely, is Simmons, who was red hot in the first half, is going to dump it off there to Jack Hannah. Simmons looks for that shot. That underhand shot's not going to go this time, as Holzman makes a great save, and Denver's going to get the ball back on a second chance opportunity here.
Nice, another low stick save from Holzman. Good stick positioning and just good overall positioning.
Holzman's starting to come in his own there as Hannah's shot's going to go left of the net here. Denver regains possession. Ethan Walker. Guarded closely by Granger. Back over to Simmons. Jackson, that position for Simmons all day has been the left side of the net with the underhand, finding the top shelf there. Marquette's got to do a great job of, keeping him out of that position. How have they done in the second half with that?
Obviously, he hasn't scored really since that first quarter, so they've done a much better job overall on him. But it's the other players now for Denver. I mean, you got Simmons with 4, and then you got the rest of the team together with 4. So you just got to find a way to shut everyone else down at this point.
As we get a stoppage of play here, Denver's going to stay on the ball here. As Simmons is going to walk it up. Simmons down to Curtis, back up to Curtis after a pass from Ethan Walker. Simmons back to Skyler. As it's going to get deflected, and Corselli's going to take it and look for Marquette to get back on offense here. Holzman surveying his options. Gets a good pass to Cox. Cox on the left side of the field here. Kirshner. Looks again. And it's going to come Marquette ways with Stegman. As we're going to get a delayed penalty here. It looks to be on Denver. Marquette can take their time or look for, Kirshner can try to up the intensity here.
They should probably look for the best opportunity here. And even if they don't score, they're going to get at least a minute on the man up.
Fleming to Orsini, and he's got it. Great play by Marquette to take advantage of the man of that delayed penalty to come out with a good offensive possession. And
it was another nice rip from the top of the key, and Anthony Orsini, his first of the year, 4 different players scoring for Marquette. So that was a nice shot, and it's definitely something that you needed.
Marquette now again with life, but Jackson, there's going to be a point in this game where they can't keep trading goals here. What does Marquette have to do to get back in it right now?
More and more offense and less of that.
As that pass is going to get misdirected, it's going to stay Denver ball here. As a good effort by Skylar Blair to cover.
You can't have plays like that where you're getting the ball taken away and you need offensive opportunities.
Absolutely. Here is Lucas Kotler. To Hutchko. Hutchko already having a goal in this game. Kotler looks, having the ball on his left side, pestered by the Marquette defenseman. And another flag coming out here. Jackson, why are we seeing more and more flags here in the second half?
I think maybe the refs were starting to let some things go in that first half and kind of realized, hey, maybe we missed a couple things here. So I think they're paying a little, not saying paying a little bit more attention, but being a little, they're calling calls that they really should be calling.
Absolutely. As that's going to be on Corselli. As Marquette's going to look to kill this penalty better than they did the first one.
Well, they're not going to have as much time, but
as the cross crease. Riley Curtis, I believe.
Got the penalty called at 3:50 in the third. It takes them about 13 seconds to score on a 30-second penalty.
It looks to be certain death when Marquette comes down into their, giving up those fouls and those, even if it's a technical, you got to look at Corselli here and think, was that the best move for the team? Knowing, how they operate on those penalty kills as Denver's going to come back here. Stathakis is going to throw one wide. Denver's going to retain possession.
Penalty kill, obviously, at this point has not been good for the Golden Eagles, but you're right on that you got to realize, yeah, we're already 0 for 1 in the penalty kill. Why put us in the same position again?
There's Denver here. Simmons. Again, surveying his options down to Jack Hanna. Guard it closely. As that's going to be a pass. That's not what Denver wanted there, but nevertheless, Granger's going to try to look for their offense to get back into it.
You need offense desperately. I mean, I think honestly at this point, you may need 2 goals in these last 3 minutes to have a shot.
Yeah. As Fazio's going to try to get it back over. He does. There's Moya. Stegman. Marquette gets it behind their net. Fleming looks. Switches to his left. Spins. Gets an open shot. Got it! Fleming! Great shot there to sneak by a Denver defender and getting a shot over the top of the head of Thompson. But again, Jackson, trading goals, not going to be the best for the Golden Eagles. They're going to have to go on a run here, and they're going to have to go on it soon.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great shot from Fleming, and I was doing a bit of research here and there. That first goal by Fleming was his first since March 9th of 2019. He's already got 2 today, so he's looking really good. And that was a nice spin. He got inside position on the defender and was able to rip one home, like you said, right over the head of Jack Thompson.
And Thomas is going to get tripped up. Marquette coming back over. Not holding his hand out, not to get a ward. Marquette comes in. That was Hankhouse. Great offensive possession there. As Kirshner looks. Kirshner fires to Fleming. Fleming on fire. Let's see if we can get another one in him. Back to Fazio. Marquette surveying again behind the net. Fleming doing a great job of being the maestro for this Marquette offense. Kirshner fakes. Shot off. Not going to fall. Great cover there by Stegman.
It's a nice shot there. Just went wide, and maybe could have gotten a better opportunity there, but got to take him where you can get him.
Here comes Kirshner. Back behind the net. Stegman. Stegman looks, goes to his right. Throws it back up top to Kirshner. A little bit of a misinterpreted pass there, but nevertheless, Kirshner gets it back. Back over to Hankhouse. Hankhouse goes right. Surveying. Kirshner rips one just over the top of the pipe there.
Yeah, couldn't quite go bar down there. I saw that there just a little bit wide.
Minute left here in the third quarter. Marquette trying to get another one. Stegman. Fleming. Kirshner. Goes left. Another shot. Jackson really embodying your words of shoot or shoot. Kirshner not getting discouraged by his misses and continues to go back to the net here.
It's a good shot there, but it's just another good save by Thompson.
Misdirected pass is going to turn into Marquette ball here with about 40 seconds.
Woodward. They will have the opportunity for a last shot here.
Absolutely. Corselli shaking off the penalty from earlier. To Fleming. Fleming almost winded up a shot there, but thought twice. As Cowan, who was the conductor for the Marquette offense here in the first half, is going to look one more time. 10 seconds now on the clock. Marquette needs to make a move and make it fast. McClellan got it! Talk about beating the buzzer! Wow! This game is not over. Marquette continues to prove why the underdog in the fight has the most fight in him in this third quarter. Jackson, what'd you think of that goal?
Just another. They're getting inside position on the defenders on just back-to-back spin moves right there, and a bit of a mismatch on the short stick. And I said the Golden Eagles needed 2 goals in the last 3 minutes to have a shot. They got 2 goals in the last 3 minutes.
Maybe they are hearing you from 60 miles away. As that'll do it here for the third quarter. Marquette still has life. Denver leaving by a score of 6-9. We're going to throw it down to the third member of our broadcast, and Amy Galashewski from both teams, and Washington doing a great job of overcoming that size disadvantage and really using it to his advantage. Jackson, how is he doing that?
Well, yeah, I mean, the face-offs are quite even. I mean, Denver's 11 of 18, Marquette's 7 of 18, so they've done a good job of he's done a good job of getting leverage and just trying to keep his feet on those face-offs.
As Denver's going to take over here by an offensive miscue by the Golden Eagles. And it looks like Ethan Walker wants a second to talk it through as he throws it down to his fellow attackman, Skylar Blair. Blair takes it with his left hand, tosses it back up to Jack Hanna. Closely guarded by Corselli, who's been all locks, maybe in some cases being a little bit too locks as we saw him get that penalty earlier. As Denver's going to come in and sneak a shot by Holzman. And Jackson Morrill going to continue to add to his fantastic day here with a goal. Now Denver leads 6-10. Jackson, is it still possible?
I mean, you saw them get 2 goals in the last 3 minutes, but it's going to be an all-out effort. You can't allow them to score anymore. You can't let them get 1 or 2 for the rest of the quarter. You need to go on a 2-3-0 run right now to give yourself a shot.
Golden Eagles with their backs against the wall here. As Coach Stimmel said, that's how they flourished. And here comes Marquette after a face-off miscue by Stathakis. Here come the Golden Eagles. Henkhaus. All the way over to number 13. That's McClellan, who's gotten his name on the score sheet today. Back up top. Good ball movement just to sort things out there as McClellan looks for the shot. Shot's going to go over by number 22, Orsini. It looks like all Marquette's midfielders have been, making a great, impact on the score sheet today. Jackson, how have the midfielders really put into, play and kept Marquette in this game?
Well, for the most part, done a good job of trying to keep some possession that they've been able to have, but they've had to play aggressive. I mean, when you're down by this much, you have to play a bit more aggressive.
Orsini's going to shoot wide there, and Moya's going to take it behind the net. Looks for Orsini again. Back to Henkhaus. Henkhaus stopping on a dime there. Takes it with his right hand. Continues to go right. Fires the shot. Going to go wide. Marquette on the good cover. That's number 24, Mako, who Jackson, we wanted to hear more of in the second half, and we haven't had an opportunity to do so. Why do you think that is?
I think they're still trying to build him into the program a little bit. Obviously, transfer student, so it takes a little bit of time, but especially with the Marquette's being its first game of the year, so we'll see how he does moving forward.
It's going to stay Marquette ball after a good attempt there to try to keep it in by Ettinger. And Moya's going to, end up giving that ball back to Ettinger. Jackson, what happened there?
Yeah, there's 3 seconds left on the shot clock there. There's not much you're going to be able to do, so I think they just decided to throw that one away.
Denver trying to take advantage. Gets it back over to Jackson Morrill. To Hanna. Hanna takes it with his left. Pestered by P.J. Cox, the graduate student. Taken behind by Skylar Blair. Blair stops. Throws it back to Jackson Morrill. Try for the wraparound. No. It's Blair. Blair spins. Corselli on the good defense. Simmons. Simmons spins to his inside. Great defense there by Mason Woodward. identifying that there was going to be a spin made, and Marquette's going to get a delayed penalty, or there's going to be a delayed penalty on Denver, and that's going to get a stoppage of play, and possibly a cheap shot there by number 38, Krenz. Jackson, what'd you see on that Denver offensive possession that Marquette was able to cover them up?
Yeah, they were locking it down, forcing, even when they did spin, forcing them to that side which they were spinning and moving with them. And then on that penalty, it looked like it was just a trip there by Denver.
Kotler gonna serve some time in the sin bin here. And Marquette hopefully having the same amount of conversion rate as Denver's had in on their man advantages here, as Fleming is going to throw it down to Melendez. Or McClellan, excuse me. Back up to Fleming. Fleming over to Orsini. Throwing it back. Not going to go. Orsini, good coverage there. Make sure that man advantage is all for naught. Fleming with an open shot. Great save there by Thompson to stop that laser from Fleming.
Great save there, and this is only a 30-second penalty, so Marquette's got to get on their horse to try and get the ball back.
Time not on the side of the Golden Eagles right now as we come down to the 11-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Ethan Walker going to come through, take his time here. As they're going to throw it back over to number 11, Curtis. Jackson, we're going to see Denver start to stall here and chew clock to be able to make sure Mark can't get any more offensive possessions?
I mean, they've been doing that pretty much throughout most of this game, so I wouldn't be surprised if they continue. But they're still going to look to take shots and try and build this lead out as much as possible.
As a shot, just as you predicted, goes wide, and Marquette's going to come back. Is Granger going to try to fake him? Corselli. Oh, open net here for the Golden Eagles. Thompson was going out to play wide on, it looks like Moya. Moya going to slow things down. Fazio. Melendez back. Melendez wants some time. Throws it over to Cowan after a quick breather. Melendez now looks like going to be one of Marquette's more important offensive possessions this game, as they really need to make every single one of them count for the rest of this contest.
I mean, we're at the 9-minute mark. You're down 4. Once again, you need 2 goals within quick succession to give yourself an opportunity down the stretch.
Mecco directing his offense. The shot there is going to go in, and Marquette, Fleming, wow. Welcome back. How about that? Now only down 3. Marquette with just opening the door just a little bit further. How about that shot from Fleming, Jackson?
Yeah, you expected at least of most lacrosse shots, you're going to go with a long overhand whip, but nice underhand low shot from Fleming. And like you said, welcome back, Griffith Fleming. Hat trick in game number 1. Have yourself a day.
Knee injury, who? Denver. Gonna take it off of the miscue by Marquette on the faceoff. As looks like it's gonna go back there to Walker. Walker. As we're gonna see more and more Denver try to bleed this clock down to the dying moments of this game, so Marquette can't get any more of those conversions on their offensive possessions here. Denver wants it. Looks back over. Jackson Morrill all the way over to Ted Sullivan. Back to Walker. Denver continuing to attempt to toy with Marquette's defense. Cox playing great cognizant defense there of what's on the crease and what isn't. Skyler. And It's going to get a save, and Granger's going to come out with it. Marquette getting another offensive chance. Jackson, how about this?
Looking really good so far. And like you said, nice save by Holman there. And there's a little bit of a dive in the crease. A whole bunch of players on the ground. So great job by Granger to pick that up with the long stick.
As the stoppage of play results in Denver getting the ball back and a costly turnover for the Golden Eagles there. Jackson, what happened?
Failed to clear it, and so turnover.
As Denver back on the offense. And it looks like Sullivan's going to take a break. And, in comes Curtis. Oh, Jackson, that was an important turnover Marquette just gave up there.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to scoop one up right now as Hallam's got it.
And they fouled. It does come in, and we're going to get a stoppage of play there as a Marquette player is shaken up. It looked like he didn't see him coming. That looks like number 11, Hallam, who's gotten his name on the score sheet today. Jackson, what happened?
He scooped up the ball off the play, and it looked like he got sandwiched in between two Pioneers there. And I don't know if they're going to still call the penalty, or they're just going to allow Hallam to get off, and it'll be Denver ball.
As Hallam walks out with almost no issue. They will get the foul there on Curtis. Marquette, another lucky opportunity to get a goal here. Hopefully they can look to Fleming, who's been controlling the offense better than anyone on the team today.
Yeah, and that is on Riley Curtis. It's going to be a 1-minute one, so Marquette will have a little bit more time on the man up.
Hopefully using this time to their advantage. As a shot's going to come through, it's going to be a goal! This game continues to amaze as I believe it was Holden Patterson absolutely changing the tide, and now Marquette only down 2 with 7 minutes left.
What is a penalty kill? No one seems to accept
yeah. Wow.
One penalty kill. Yeah, you're right. Holden Patterson on the man up. Marquette will not go away. Gotta give them some credit for fighting in there. They're down 2 with 7 minutes to go. Anything can happen at this point.
Stimmel's boys will not quit. And Washington looking for another important face-off win as he plays them tough. As Denver. Marquette playing some, just as much aggressive defense as they have been all game. Now where it counts, they haven't been able to get it up. Melendez, fantastic pressure. And it looks like the Marquette bench is into it too. As that's going to get fired all the way down. And it's going to be, that wasn't a shot, was it?
Oh, they're calling it a shot.
What? That's Denver, nevertheless, after a close call there by a referee, Denver going to take possession with just about 6 minutes to go. Jackson, do you think Marquette, if they got the ball back, could put another one in?
They've been doing a really good job so far, and taking a look quickly at live stats, they were calling it a clear, not a shot.
Good. Stoppage in play. It's going to stay Denver ball. Marquette couldn't keep it off the sideline there. Referee going to signal back the clock to start, and Hanna's going to take it at the top of his own zone. Back to Simmons. Marquette being able to score in quick succession here. Looking for another turnover. Is Denver trying to keep it, desperately out of the grasp of Patterson, Fleming, and some of the supporting characters on Marquette's offense here. As Denver's going to take it. Curtis with his left hand tosses it back up to Hanna, who I can only assume is going to begin to be pressured by Marquette's defense.
A long stick as the pass is missed right there.
Woodward dives, not going to get the check off. As it looks like Jackson Morrill here is going to look for another pass or just continue to bleed the clock off. Now down to 5:10 left in regulation. As it looks like Morrill's just going to stand there.
Marquette. Got to pressure him at this point.
Marquette's starting to pressure now, Coruscant. Oh, pass is going to go Aaron. And it looks like the Golden Eagles are going to take over on offense. With all this momentum, it's hard not to believe that Marquette's going to convert on this as Holzman's going to take it. Granger, how about Holzman? Really slowing down the Denver's offensive possessions here in the second half, Jackson.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job settling down the net there. And really got a couple of really nice saves. I mean, only 4 goals given up in the second half so far after putting Holzman in. Struggled in that third quarter, but looked really sharp in this fourth quarter.
Patterson back on offense for the Golden Eagles. Hopefully he can ride his hot streak into another net. Ooh, and it's going to be a missed pickup. And Denver's going to take advantage of that costly turnover for the Golden Eagles and take it back into their own zone. As now Jackson Morrill is going to get some time alone with the ball here. Marquette going to have to start pressuring Jackson, as you said. That's going to be important for them to try to get the ball back.
Yeah, it was a turnover there by Holden. Patterson couldn't quite hang on to the pass, and Denver's going to have some more time to chew some clock.
Denver coach telling their players to hold. And we're going to get a double team here. Stopped. Looks to Ted Sullivan here. Going to drive, get a shot. Wide. Covered by Denver. They're going to retain possession here. Is Ethan Walker. Back to Sullivan. Sullivan possibly looking for another shot. No. Morrill. Marquette defender on his back. Gets back up, though. Good progression there. As Cox plays good defense right at the crease. Here comes that double team. Backed off, though. Shot clock down to now 11. Sullivan. Oh, great save by Holzman. Marquette going to trap it, now down to 2:30.
Gotta move.
Granger. Oh, fast break for Fazio. Gonna pass it down. Melendez, back. Shot. Deflected. Marquette retains possession there.
It's a nice block shot by Denver there. Got 2:25 left.
Morgan Macco. Henkhaus. McClellan back. McClellan back over to Cowan. Looks over his options, back to Melendez. Melendez tries to sneak one in, saved by Thompson. And that gonna be one of the more clutch saves you'll see from Denver all season there.
A big save there. Nice little low shot there, but Thompson was ready for a low shot.
Great pass for Denver to continue their offense there as Danny Logan now in the game for the Pioneers, and now Skylar Blair wants it. Cuts by. Not even going to go for the shot. Just throws it back out now with 1:20 left to go in regulation. Marquette still hanging on by 2. Jack Hanna here. Closely guarded and defended. Skylar Blair. Back to Simmons, who put a hat trick on the board, and really, without him, Marquette would be winning right now.
He had a strong first half, 4 goals in that first half for Simmons. Nothing so far, but the rest of the team has been able to pick up the slack for him.
Simmons and Curtis are going to head off. Jack Hanna, toughly guarded by P.J. Cox. And the shot clock violation is going to go, Jackson. How smart of a play was that for Denver just to completely bleed the clock down?
Yeah, honestly, if you're Denver, you don't need to score anymore, but just bleed the clock. You wasted 80 seconds there, and Marquette's going to have to move extremely quick.
Here comes Cowan, looking for something from Melendez. Cowan, saved by Thompson. 10 seconds now on the clock. Marquette never needed a shot. They're going to get it now. And it's going to go wide. Marquette gets the ball with 8 seconds left. Cowan, 5 seconds. Going to get a goal off. Jackson, too little, too late.
Yeah, unless they can get a long shot within 3 seconds. But that was a big save by Thompson on that first opportunity. I believe it was by Devin Cowan, but who knows if they can get something long? I think you're right. I think it's a little too late.
It looks like the only way Marquette's going to be able to get a good shot off is if Washington can get a great face-off and a decent shot from about half field. If you're Coach Stimmel right now, what are you telling your players?
Telling him, win the face-off as quick as you can, and then just a reminder, the shot has to leave the stick before the clock expires, not go into the net before the clock expires. So just quick clarification there, but overall, yeah, just got to win the face-off quickly and try and get the best opportunity within 3 seconds.
Well, if you're just joining us, Marquette makes it close. Down only by 1 goal with about 2 seconds left in regulation. Denver holding on by a goal here. 10-9 here in the fourth quarter. Jackson, talk me through some of the resilience that Marquette has had to be able to get this lead back in the second half.
Yeah, they have really rebounded in the second half, especially offensively. I mean, they scored 3 goals through 30 minutes in the first half, but they've scored 6 in the second half here. So much better offensively, much better defensively, especially in this fourth quarter. But honestly, it all came down to the penalties. 2 penalties there in this second half led to 2 Denver man-up goals. So
important face-off here. Washington. And that's going to do it from Valley Field here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, as the Denver Pioneers hand Marquette their first loss of the season. What a tough game for the Golden Eagles to. I honestly thought that Marquette was going to make it tie it up. Jackson, what'd you think coming down to the wire here in the fourth quarter?
Hey, when they got it to 10-8 with